government officials insist that this is an isolated incident.
Warning: the following program contains explicit language and mature content. It is not meant for the easily offended. So if you are an emotional pussy, please refrain from listening. Thank you and enjoy.
Welcome back, boys and girls, children of all ages. The second official episode of the Buzz podcast. Feels good to be back again, let me tell you. And this time, as you can see on our screen now, we're going international on our second podcast here. We have the a fan favorite of mine. I'm not gonna lie. She's been on with us when we were at the Words on Fire podcast. She goes by the name of Chlz. I remember we had this conversation. Was it Chlz or was it Chlz?
No, it's Chlz. You got it right.
All right. You see, it's because it's...
I had it wrong. I was
going
to
Chlz. Yeah. It's the Mexican in me that got it right.
It's Chelsea, man.
La Chelsea?
La Chelsea.
So I know right now, since we're, second episode in, we put you up in a nice little green room there. Where are you right now? I know you said you're traveling. Where are you at right now?
I'm in Toronto.
Toronto, the T-Dot. What are you doing in the T-Dot?
I'm here to do some music projects.
Okay.
So yeah, I go back and forth between Vancouver and Toronto. So I guess not really traveling too home.
How far apart is that?
Well, it's across the country. It's about a 5-hour flight, so it's far.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, that was just next door. It's like Juarez for us.
That's across the country is 5 hours?
It's like Seattle to New York.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Dude, you know how... In Texas, where we're at, in El Paso to Dallas is like fucking 15 hours. No, it's like 10. It's like 10 hours. I take that back. It's like 10
on
hours.
donkey.
Yeah. So since last time we talked, you put out a new, what is it, an EP, LP? I can never understand the difference between those.
Yeah, it's an EP. An EP's generally it's like, I guess 2 to 6, 7 songs.
Mm-hmm.
I think anything over 7 songs is generally considered an LP, like an album.
Okay.
So I did a 4-song EP, kept it concise, and I had a very specific concept for 4 songs.
Mm-hmm.
It's called 4, Roman numeral 4.
Right.
And I released that on April 4th.
On April 4th. Oh, 444.
Mm-hmm.
4/4/24.
Was it written about one dude? I mean...
Uh-oh.
That's funny. Well, it was actually themed around the elements. So...
Oh, not even close.
No.
Yeah.
I thought it was about a dude.
It was about 4 dudes. 4.
It's actually like 4 aspects of myself, but I mean, relationships are a component of my experience. So like, there's muses in there. So I guess to put it simply, like, yeah, it's about a dude, but also not at all.
It is, but it's always about a dude. It never fails. It's always us. We fuck everything up.
Some dude.
So the 4 songs that you got that came out on 444 was Too Deep, Back to You, Breathing, and Fire.
Yes.
So which is the first element that you attacked on? What song was the first element?
In terms of like how I released it or what I worked on?
Yeah, so the 4 elements that you're talking about, right, was Earth, Wind, Fire.
Yes, Earth, Wind, Fire,
and
Air.
Air. Okay, so which was the first element that you put on the top of the LP or EP?
I put Fire as the first one. That was I did like a really high production video for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, love the ending.
It's just, I don't know if you heard us right now when you're trying to get on. He's like, bro, have you seen the video? I was like, I didn't even know there was a video.
Yeah.
And I saw, I was like, hey, I know that girl. I know Chlz. But Chlz, that's not very Christian of you. So I know we talked about this last time you were in town when we saw each other. Fire, it gives an an aspect of one of my favorite songs I've ever heard, Fever, Peggy Lee, right? Is that kind of, was that intertwined or was I just hearing shit?
Yeah, so the whole concept of doing four elements, because I have such a versatile background and um, I'm influenced by so many things. I wanted to pay homage to my musical influences as well as, having nature be the theme around that. But like
Right.
there's archetypal energies within those elements to play with. So fire was paying homage to my musical theater background. And
Okay.
then, yeah, the concepts that I had, I was thinking like cell block tango, Chicago, the
Mm-hmm.
musical, and Peggy Lee Fever.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my grandmother was a jazz singer, and she had a trunk of costumes that she would wear, and they were always so scandalous.
Right.
So it's kind of an ode to my grandmother, but also my love of that kind of style of
Kind of like
jazz and
plain
musical
dress
theater.
up or something.
Yeah. The theater
Kind
style.
of
Yeah.
like an
Yeah.
archetype of myself. Yeah.
It was, I'm telling you, and one thing I like to do before like I said, before I even found out there was a video, I like to sit and actually listen to certain, the songs over and over a few times before, try to get the feel for it, the love for it, whatnot. A lot of times you could hear a song right off the bat and it's like, it's like either like, this is gonna be, you get a kind of like either you connect or you don't. And as soon as I heard that first bass drop on it, the first little bass line, I was like, oh yeah, I'm fucking, I'm fucking, this shit is fire. I was telling the roommate, I was telling Becky, I was like, hey, do you know who this is? And I played it for her. I told without telling her whether it was you. And she's like, oh my god, that's fucking an awesome song. I was like, dude, you'll never guess who it is. And then we had a conversation about it. And she was so after like 20 minutes, I was like, guess the singer. And when I told her it was you, she was kind of mind blown. So I was like, you know what, that's kind of dope. When somebody who's not really into like the old school kind of music could kind of find that relatable nowadays. Because like we said last time, I always found to know where you're going, you got to know where you came from. You got to pay
Totally.
respect to the homage. You know what I mean? To the old school, to the Peggy Lee's, oh man,
And it did give me an old school vibe to it.
yeah. You got the old school feel to it. You got to get the damn. My mind went blank. How the hell did my mind go blank?
My mind still be no.
You got to go to the old school soul with it. And I was like, man, this is something new. I know you had mentioned your background, your diverse background. Tell us a little bit more about the diverse background before we go into the other elements or the other songs.
Yeah. Well, I grew up around music. Like I said, my grandmother was a jazz singer, so she introduced me a lot to music. My dad's a huge music head as well, so he kind of put me on to a lot of genres that I guess a child wouldn't typically be interested in. So like the first singer that I really connected with was Sarah Vaughan, and we listened a lot to like the Beatles and the Eagles and the Mamas and Papas and like the whole Motown era, a lot of 70s music. So I really connected with like a lot of different eras of music. And then growing up where I grew up in northern BC, if I wanted to do music and take vocal lessons, it was classical music and
Okay.
musical theater. So you would like go do your singing lesson and you'd, prepare music to compete in these music festivals, and the categories were musical theater and classical, like opera.
Right.
And so that was kind of my whole childhood and teenage years. And then I went to Randolph, which is a performing arts college in Toronto. I also grew up as a dancer and did a lot of musicals. So that was kind of my upbringing. And then coming out of theater school, you're just like, there's like a weird thing that happens where you're trying to find your identity. So I was in a bunch of bands, like completely different genres that I'd never even really been connected to before.
Right.
Just kind of playing around with other artists and musicians, doing backup vocals. And then I sort of stumbled across, marrying my own love of like writing and poetry with music and it's kind of, yeah, it's such a journey to being your own artist.
So now with some of the hooligans that listen to to us, when you say you were in dance, you were a dancer.
Like,
Can you? It wasn't.
well, it's because our mind automatically defaults to something.
Yeah,
like,
to single dollar dancing.
Yeah, like, so like how your daughter goes to dance class, I also
Oh,
went to
okay. Oh,
So
now.
like
Oh, okay.
So
Now
now
it
we're
makes.
talking about the jazz,
Yeah.
Oh,
ballet,
okay.
and
That
a
kind of
dance
dance.
company.
theater,
Yeah.
theater dance.
Dance,
Yeah.
dance.
Yeah, like jazz, tap,
Yeah.
ballet, hip hop.
Right. Okay. Okay. Because
Yeah.
because
Jazz hands.
as soon as we hear dancer, we start. You have a girl who's who's a little bit good looking. You hear dancer, first thing you think about is like
I know quite a few dancers.
it's like Toronto's kind of hard. Toronto's kind of
It's
hard.
expensive out there.
Like, you gotta pay your dues.
It is, but it's funny you say that because that's also, I think there is such a, society shames women's sexuality if women are provocative.
Yeah.
And so that was actually like a theme for the song Fire, is that I wanted to play like fire, can mean passion, and be a really sexual, potent kind of energy.
Mhm.
So I wanted to play in that element. And so in my music video, I kind of had two versions of me bowed, like in the video. And
Right.
it's like I'm trying to, it's like, it's sort of a commentary on how, as women, we tend to shame ourselves for being sexual
Mhm.
or sensual, I should say, because society tells us, like, oh, that's not okay, or like, oh, that's, as you said, not Christian, or whatever. When we, as women, we all naturally have that essence and energy, and it's actually a beautiful thing, but society
Totally
tells
agree.
us that it's not.
Right.
So, yeah, so that's actually like an underlying theme. The essence and energy, like biblically, Lilith was in essence a woman that said no to Adam. And
Mhm.
then she was in her power in that sense. I know there's a lot more to it than that, but
Right.
that as like an archetypal energy for women is always deemed as negative,
Yeah.
historically. So that was actually like a theme for that. So it's funny that you said that.
Yeah.
We got to change that.
I support women.
100%.
I think women should be able to do anything that they want, and then without having any kind of stereotype attached to it, as long as they're not my daughter.
Yeah.
As long as they're not my daughters. Let me ask you. So when you did the video, like you said, you went a little risque with it, in certain spots.
Yeah.
Did you have you shown it when you finished doing it? Did you show it to your family and be like, look, what do you guys think? Does that come into effect?
Yeah. I mean, it's just like out there. Like I have no qualms with my art. It's an expression. It's an element of self. And I also feel like the more, like, I was playing a character,
Okay.
and that's like an essence of my femininity. So I'm putting like a spotlight on just that one element of self,
Right.
and it's an expression, and so I don't feel any type of way
It-
about that. But also, like I said, as growing up as a dancer, like just
Yeah.
being very in tune with your body and different styles of dance, like it is viewed in my family as like an art form, and I've always been an actor, and so it's just another thing that tells us
I think it's
up
classy.
to.
I mean,
That's another part of you.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
What was the second element, the second song on the LP going down the list?
I believe it's breathing. So that was air.
Okay. So on air, what was the so with all four songs that you had, was there a tribute you were paying to each song also, as far as for music wise?
Not necessarily. I kind of gave my producer Q an overlying like theme of what I wanted to like kind of emulate. So I think for air I gave Nights Over Egypt, you know that song?
That's
The Jones sisters. Jones.
19.
no, I can't
Yeah.
think of it off the top of
They're
my
like
head.
a '70s like trio.
Okay.
And then the band like Earth, Wind, Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, like I think for that song, I didn't really give specific artist per song. I just sent him a bunch of like we just talked a lot about different music and
Mm-hmm.
how like for me I always like my music to sound like whimsical and etheric.
Okay.
And then when we talk about like different uh eras of music and artists, then it kind of we just like organically are like, yeah, like how this artist does that. Like Kali Uchez, I'd say like she's
Mm-hmm.
very like, ethereal kind of vibes, and I really like resonate with that vibe.
Okay.
That makes
So when
sense.
you're getting ready to write down a song, so what is your process? Is it usually, do you have the song going first? Do you have the hook going first? Do you need the music first? Like what's your process?
Great question. Typically, like if I'm going to a studio session, um, depending on the producer, I'll usually present to them a concept,
Mm-hmm.
or they'll play me some beats because sometimes they're on a vibe and they've already kind of started working on things. And then I'll just freestyle.
Okay.
Sometimes it's just gibberish, like
Yeah.
melodies. And then other times it's like I'm like, oh, I actually have something that I've written in the vault that like I think would go to this.
Okay.
So it's kind of like goes hand in hand, but typically like if I'm working remotely, like a producer will just send me a beat and I would record my vocals and send them back and then they would like do their thing. But I
Yeah.
prefer to work like collaborate in person. I think that's
Put
more.
your input and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like that collaboration is really enjoyable for me. I like to create in that environment.
Have you ever sat down to where you're like, all right, you know what, I'm ready to get this out there, and then a producer comes out and he gives you a beat and is like, dude, this is trash. You're just like, I just can't. Have you ever had
Um,
that?
Just not feeling
no,
it.
I don't think so because it's like also their work too. So it's
Right.
Yeah.
like they're invested. I mean, maybe that would be different if I went to like an engineer and they're just recording me and I was like, what do you think?
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like started out when I recorded songs. I've had like, oh, you could do better moments, but I
Right.
mean, it's like you go through so many iterations of a song sometimes before it's actually like ready to come out that
Yeah.
it's a
To the
good
final
process.
cut. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, exactly.
how many changes do you usually find yourself doing to a song that you're like you like it, but you know
Something
there's
missing.
always, because I know like when we do, when we do a pod, when we do something, no matter what I think of how good it might be, there's always like, damn, if I would have just done this or said that. Like, how many times does that go through where you got to record?
Um, that's that's a good question. Sometimes it's like a one take, and you're
Damn,
like,
Jay
oh,
Z.
Oh, so you're just gifted.
Yeah.
So you're
no,
just
no, that's
gifted.
not always no. That I wish. No, no. There's times like I've had times working with people where they're like, okay, like I'm gonna we're not doing this anymore. Like it's been so many times. I'm like, no, like give me one more take. Like I can get it. It's
Yeah.
usually like finding the pocket,
Right.
and sometimes because it's like you're making up like the melody, and so and timing, and I mean you can kind of move things around, which
Mm-hmm.
is a good thing about recording if I'm like slightly off timing. But
Mm-hmm.
um yeah, I'd say like it takes like it happens in layers, right? Like you
Right.
lay down your idea and then I'm like, okay, what am I saying? Figure out my lyrics, come up with the hook,
Mm-hmm.
structure it, and then I go back and do doubles and harmonies. Maybe I change lyrics or add like ad libs. Like there's so many layers. It's
Mm-hmm.
like making a cake.
Okay. So
So
when you say finding the pocket, for us that aren't in the biz, what does finding the pocket mean?
I guess like when you hear a rhythm, there's a certain cadence in your voice that you can hit
Okay.
that's like in time with the beat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so sometimes when you like listen to someone who's like freestyling and it just sounds off, it's because they're not in the pocket. Like they haven't
Right.
found the flow and the rhythm to match like
Okay.
the instrumental.
Right.
So yeah.
Just everything flowing together.
So then the song,
Find your
right?
flow.
Back to you. What was that about?
So that
what
was
inspired you?
that was paying homage to my roots. Like my dad, like introduced me to like Stevie Nicks and Eric Clapton. So I wanted like a more rock sounding vibe. Funny enough, like I recorded this like a year ago, and then when it came up, everyone's like, "Oh, it's like Beyonce," and I'm like, "It's actually not supposed to be country." And I recorded this like way before, but whatever.
Yeah, everybody always wants to say something crazy to it. So now,
Well, it's funny. Yeah.
hey, but I mean, as long as they keep on saying something, as long as your name keeps coming up on it, it is what it is,
Well, that's
right?
a compliment, Beyonce. But
Yeah.
I just don't like the country album. But anyways, that's a whole different thing.
I mean, what did you think about that switch when you hear her go to a different genre?
I mean, I'm a fan of like versatility and trying things new.
Right.
I think it was a vibe. I think it was a smart move for her. It's not really something I listen to. Like I listened to it once. So
Then
I mean,
out of sight, out of
I
mind?
love her as an artist. Obviously, she's
Yeah.
like huge, and everything she does is like very successful. I do think it was smart though, because she does have a very specific sound, and all of her songs kind of sound the same. So for her to do something that was like a little bit more bluesy,
Yeah.
in country, like I really like that. But that's just it, right? Like maybe it wasn't supposed to be country, and it was just more bluesy. But people, like for me, I was like, this is like my paying homage to like the classic rock blues people I listened to growing up, and everyone's like, oh, this is your country song.
Yeah.
So like you just don't know how people are gonna take
Right.
like take it in, but whatever.
And that was the back to you. Was that the second? Is that the second or the third one?
That's the third one.
That's the third one,
the
right?
Too deep.
one.
That's which one? I'm sorry.
Back to You is the fourth one, and
The
that's
fourth
Earth.
one. Okay,
Yeah.
and then the third one would be Too Deep.
Yes.
Okay, and then what's the background on Too Deep?
That's definitely about a boy.
Ooh.
That one's about a boy. That's the only one really about a boy. Yeah. That is probably my favorite song stylistically. Like I really love to make more songs like that.
You can't live without them or something.
It's like you're drowning and it's like I'm a Cancer. That's my sun sign, and it feels like such a Cancer emotional song. You're just like swimming in your feelings and like you're just engulfed in
And
the
if
relationship. Can't let go.
I'm trying to remember the songs off the top of my head. Keep in mind, again, I'm going off with like 3 hours of sleep. Too Deep, was that the Fleetwood Mac one?
No,
Or was
that's
that-
back
that was-
to you.
That was Back to You. That was the So when you have something like vibing with a different that sounds similar, right? Like we said, you have your Fever, kind of like as soon as you hear the song, I thought right away Fever. When I heard that Back to the or Back to You, I was like, dude, that's Fleetwood Mac. I know it. When you release something like that, how can you put that or like when it comes to like copyright laws and stuff like that? Do you have to get permission from an artist to have? Even though it's not exactly the same, it kind of sounds like it. Do you have to get like copyrights or permission for these dudes to use that, either that little bit of a hook or a little bit of a beat?
Well, we didn't like all of that was made organically. We didn't sample anything from anyone.
I think it was inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like it's actually not. I know it's a similar sound, but it's actually like it's not the same like chords or anything. But
Right.
That's my favorite cut on the album.
If you were to sample, you'd have to. I mean, if you're doing covers, that's a different game. But if you're like sampling a song, there's like copyright, and I've never done that. It seems like a headache.
And the guy that's on the song, I don't understand French, but what's he saying?
What's he?
Is he
spitting?
just repeating what you're saying, or
Kind of. I mean,
okay? I love it. That's my favorite cut on the album, by the way. on the EP.
Yeah, so Q is spelled Kyu. He's a producer from Paris. He's also an amazing artist. He did the guitar riff, and he's singing on that track. So he made the beat, and then he was like, "Can I hop on this and sing in French?" And I was like, "Yeah, go for it."
Kind of like a happy song.
Yeah.
I was bumping it when I was
Kind
Yeah.
of
coming over here.
like
Yeah.
it's he's basically being like, I gotta get this money and work hard and like stop, like we're both essentially saying the same thing. It's like, but at the end, like you come back together and it's like, ride off into the sunset. So it's
Okay.
kind of talking about the struggle of like not seeing eye to eye in relationships. So coming back to each other, but also yourselves.
So it's pronounced Kyu?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, because I saw it, I was like, dude, I can't. I have no idea what this dude's name is. Like, I don't know if it's just he go just based off the letters, or I don't know if it's a French thing. Like, I'm just ignorant. You know what I mean? I was like, I have no idea what the hell this dude. And then you hear him, I was like, dude, no idea what he's saying.
No, I mean, there's so many crazy artist names that are not easy to read phonetically.
Yeah, there's that. There's one R&B artist. I don't know if his name is Black or it's
With the X?
with
Black.
the 6.
The 6, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
It's Black, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. 'Cause I was reading, I was like 6 Black. What the? I said, come on, dude, just fucking just say a name, dude. Because fuck, I'm lost.
Yeah.
And then if you come on, and you say to, especially because we're older. And you say to one of these kids, they just give you shit because you don't know how to say a name. It's like, dude.
Well, I mean, you could go for one extreme one.
Yeah.
Prince changed his name to the symbol.
A symbol?
Yeah.
All right,
it was
that's
just
fair enough.
The artist.
So if you're able to cover a song, Chlz, what song would you, to pay ultimate homage, like what song would you love to cover?
Oh, that's a good question. And I have so many answers for that. So, like, I don't really know. I think I'd love to do, like, California Dreamin'.
Oh,
And so many people have done Do For Love by Bobby Caldwell, but I love that song. I think Snow Allegra has a good cover with that, so I feel like, yeah, like it's been done. That's such a beautiful. Jessie Ware has a nice cover.
yeah.
Of that, I love that song. Yeah, but honestly, like probably something like jazzy, making it more modern, like a lot of Nina Simone's. Like just I want to pick some emo, dark and brooding jazz song. I shouldn't even call it emo because it's just like it's not emo.
It's just jazz. It's just music.
Jazz.
Yeah, but you feel it. It's like you feel
Yeah.
the sadness through the song, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as somebody in the business, as an artist, like when you hear other people's songs, I tend to figure that you would listen to it differently than somebody who, like one of us, or somebody who's not in the business would listen to it, right? Like when we listen to it, generally, especially now for the younger kids, you got to listen to see if it's, first of all, it's TikTok appropriate. See if you could get on the trends or whatever the fuck, and if you have that little 8-second ADD moment where you could just focus on that and then just see if if it's just the beat that you could get down to and you didn't really listen to the words. Like what do you go into to define a good song when you listen to it?
Great question. Well, just like you, I'm a lover of music. Like I listen to so many genres of music just to enjoy music. But if I'm actually like listening to a song to like take it in and like, first I'm just listening. I'll listen to it like 5 times in a row for different reasons. But like day to day, I'm just vibing. Like, music provokes feeling, ambience, and like so many of our memories are attached to music. So it's just kind of like whatever I want to feel. Like sometimes I put on albums and it reminds me of like a summer that I'm like reminiscing about. So, yeah, like it depends. Like, am I being like a music critic and like taking
It's a
the
gift
art,
and a
or am I
curse,
just
man.
like, or am I just living my life? So it just depends.
When you're in a bad mood, what's your go-to song to get you up?
To keep you pumped up?
Yeah,
Or-
no. When you're down, something to bring you up.
Oh, okay.
I honestly, if I'm in a bad mood, like angry or just like sad and depressed.
Sad and depressed.
To be honest, I listen to a lot of healing frequencies. So I'm not always listening to,
Okay.
yeah. But I also love, I'm gonna butcher this, but Hermanos Gutierrez.
Oh, you going Mexican on it?
That's
Is that rock en español?
Hermanos Gutierrez.
yeah, it's a duo and they play Spanish guitar. It's so beautiful. So like if I want like a peaceful vibe, I usually like I've been playing a lot of, and I also love this producer named Nicola Cruz. He plays really beautiful music. So I've been kind of on that tip, but I listen to a lot of jazz. Like honestly, if I'm just lounging at home, I listen to, yeah, like John Coltrane, Alice Coltrane. My brain is escaping me. But yeah, if I'm like really sad and in the feels, I'll put on like Sam Cooke or like Etta James and.
Damn,
That's an old soul, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. And you're in your early 30s, right, or late 20s?
Yeah, I'm 25, but like I've been 25 for like a while.
Awesome.
Nice. No, that's
a good age.
Yeah, that's soul ain't 25. I'll tell you that. That's soul.
No, I'm not 25. I'm 25.
Fine.
25. Okay.
Yeah, good. Yeah, true that.
Jules would agree with the video.
Yeah, I saw that.
So then, when you're in the party mood, what's the go-to song to keep the party going?
I listen to a lot of like Afro beats and dancehall. Cause
All the rhythms.
Yeah.
I love dancehall.
Yeah, me too.
And there's a big scene of that, right, over there in Toronto, the dancehall.
Yeah, it was just Caravana weekend. It was crazy. Yeah, I went to some really fun parties, and there was like a lot of Amma piano. I like Amma piano.
Dude, I can't remember. Like I haven't heard a good dance hall or a good rhythm in a while. Like since Elephant Man and
but all that's like classic now.
Yeah,
like the stuff that we like. I mean, the new stuff is just wild. Now.
Yeah,
I tried. I tried listening to it, but I like more of the classic. Dance hall.
Is that what you get down to, Chlz? Is it more classic rhythms or the new stuff? Oh, did she just? I think we lost her.
She just froze on us.
Yeah, she did. Hold on. Let me see if I could give her a message because I think. Let me see. Where'd she go? See, this is the beauty of technology.
Unless she's faking us out, like she just like
she's just
froze up.
She just froze up to say that she did it.
I'm tired of these motherfuckers.
These guys are getting dumb. Yeah. $5 says that the camera actually went out on her. I'll put money on it that she lost her camera, or we offended the fuck out of her over her love of dancehall. We'll go with that. As you guys can see, what we're using here on the screen is the OBS. So I'm trying to see if she jumps back on there. Hold on, let me see. Do we have her? Let me see. Are you back? Okay, Mom. So we're still recording. I knew it. Your phone died out. Okay, so then, yeah, we can see it, but we can't hear like we had that issue earlier. So can you hear us though? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're still having that problem where we can't hear you on your end. I know you're trying to talk to them, Mom, but yeah, we can't hear you on that end. It keeps on drawing up. What we can do is, since this is already on there, we could come back to you at another time when you're and finish up our interview when you're able to go ahead and charge it up if you want. We can finish this up on another date, but like I said, I know. I see your lips moving, but we can't hear you, Mom.
Yeah, it just needs to
be. Oh,
it
got hot.
Oh shit!
It got hot fire. Is that rhythm that got it going? It's that rhythm that got it going. Okay, no, it happens. Fire. It happens. It's
Burning
all good.
it up. Burning
It's all
it
good.
up.
You could still hear us, and people actually could still see you panicking right there. But for now, we'll go ahead and cut it here, and then we'll continue at another time. Because, I know you still got a lot more to say, and I know you still got a lot more to talk to you. Her name is Chlz, Chlz. Find her on Spotify. Find her anywhere where they have the music videos. You are on YouTube as well? Yes? Okay. Find her on YouTube also under Chlz. She goes by the name of Chlz. Lovely as always, Mom. I enjoyed our time. We'll get back to you for another time. Have fun. And the T-Dot, enjoy yourselves. We'll catch you next time. Okay, Mom? All right.
She's
there
sweet,
we
man.
go.
She's cool.
That's what happens when we're running. When we're doing stuff live, and we don't know how to edit stuff, so we don't know how to re-record stuff. But so for those of you guys just catching us up right here, let's bring it back to just us now. So Chlz is actually, dude, she's one of the dopest. Her music that I've listened to, from.
Yeah, I was hearing her previous album too.
Yeah, her
The one
previous
that came
album was fire. I know the one we were talking about was it wasn't Kensington. It was off of that album actually. Simple was fire, dude.
Yeah.
Girls, it's cool to hear somebody who, like she said, she's 25.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool to
True
see
that.
somebody nowadays, that shows or respects. Where they came from, the homage
And you could
of it
see,
shit.
like in her music, how she's influenced. Kind of.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she sounds like Amy Winehouse. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like you could tell that they're influenced by
the
previous
predecessors.
Yeah.
The predecessors of what came through. Because a lot of people, it is funny because, like, a lot of times when you hear, especially when you hear hip hop, right? You'll hear a beat and you're like, oh my God, this fucking producer, Kanye's blowing it up, or so and so, this dude's fucking on fire, this dude's blowing it up. But a lot of the times with people that aren't, don't have the background or not education, but the love of the music, that don't really listen to the old school 70s, 80s, the blues or whatever, is like, dude, a lot of that's already been used. A lot of that is like, it's not new, my guy.
I think we got to a point where with hip hop though, there's like different genres now, like where we got to get, okay, this is hip hop. Now there's different
versions of it.
Yeah, there's like adult contemporary, because now you have, Pete Rock and Common just came out.
Ooh.
It's probably going to be the album of the year.
It should be.
It's amazing, and you could see them paying homage to beforehand, and some of the beats that they're using, and there used to be an artist named YZ, and it has kind of like brings it back to that dope that beat they had there, and it's just not all hip hop now. There's just different. I don't know if you're going to call it that, but I mean,
you see, one of the things that I love, dude, that I love, like Chlz was saying, music is so, if it affects so many things, like where you were at when you listen to something, like what you were going through. Like if you hear a song that reminisces with you about whatever, where you're at when you first heard that song, what you're going through, and like you feel it all again. If you were at a place with somebody that you loved, you could smell. Like if you're, with a family member at a barbecue, you smell that barbecue. You know what I mean? You get all that feels with you. And one of the things that I love, bro, and I want to shout out NPR, and I know it's kind of probably a little bit not national, what is it, National Public Radio or whatever, and people don't really fuck with that. But I don't know if you listen to NPR, dude. They have a series called Tiny Desk.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
Even artists that I never liked before, I hear them here, and you actually see them perform as an artist, not as a commercialized, person that they're trying to just spin to make money off of. When you see the actual artistry of it,
when you go to when you see someone play live,
it
just sounds
intimate.
different. Yeah, and especially if it's an intimate venue or whatever. But you see how, because it doesn't. The recording doesn't do it justice of what they're capable of, in live.
Yeah,
the drums. It's just amazing. And I was like, I didn't realize I liked that song so much. And now it turns me on.
I was seeing the other day, Big Daddy Kane did an NPR.
Oh, yeah.
And he had whenever you think hip hop, right? You think it's the hip hop artist and the DJ. That's it. Mm-hmm. Big Daddy Kane had a full on ensemble, and I was like, this is an artist, and you hear him and you see him as a dude. This is the shit I love. This, and I was a Big Daddy Kane fan, but when I saw that, I was like, dude, yeah.
And they
other level, boy.
They did that in the early '90s when there was the brand new heavies. Mm-hmm. They were like the background band of I don't know. I think they came out with an album. It had LL. It had the Brand Nubians, and it was live music. Mm-hmm. They were backed. Well, the brand new heavies that band. It was just amazing. That's when I started getting it. I was like, damn, it just changed the way you hear it.
Yeah.
You hear it,
dude, NPR. I mean, if you really think you like an artist, I think the best thing to do is hear them live. Like
the Scarface one's amazing.
Yeah,
the Tiny Desk
Scarface one, the Wu-Tang one. I was like, oh.
Oh, the Locks just did one.
That one I haven't seen yet. I'm not too big on the Locks. But I saw the Rakim one. He did like an 8-minute joint.
I kind of understand what you're saying about the Locks, but listen to them now.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Different.
Oh, it's lyricism.
Yeah.
It's just Jada and then what's the other dude's name? No, not him. He's he's there, but he's
he's there, but
Styles P. Oh man, those dudes are just
dude.
There's just the way they vibe off each other.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like an PMD, EPMD type thing. It's just the way they vibe with each other. It's amazing, man.
Dude, but then I know we're just mentioning hip hop people, but I heard Chris Stapleton, dude, that motherfucker.
I'm going
beast.
I'm going to ACL and he's going to be there.
Dude, you hear that boy, dude? That boy is a fucking
You know what?
beast.
And I wasn't that like hyped about their the lineup this year of ACL, but man, I was listening into their music and it'd be
fucking beast. I heard them. I heard Alicia Keys did one. Oh
God, Alicia Keys.
Dude, even Justin Timberlake did one. I was like, this dude ain't so bad after all. Like,
you weren't a Justin Timberlake?
I was like,
dude, when he got with Timbo, that's when I was yeah.
But then I heard Nelly Furtado, and I was like, I'm not a Nelly Furtado.
I love Nelly.
I can't.
Furtado.
Not live. I was like, no, that's not me. But there's so many, and it reminds me a lot of what MTV used to do with Unplugged. With some of the best fucking albums ever came out. Nirvana Unplugged, one of the best, if not the best fucking album ever to be done.
Unplugged, the Unplugged album.
They
that
had
was dope.
Linkin Park and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That was the mix of that. That was just...
I was never a big Linkin Park fan.
Linkin Park, dude.
I know I will get shit on for that, but
for Chester, rest in power, bro.
Yeah, he had a great voice.
I heard them. I saw them. They came to concert here. When they were first starting, I think it was like the Warped Tour when that used to be a thing.
The Vans or something.
Bro,
shit.
That boy, you hear him. Well, if you hear him live, the CD is when you hear his voice recorded to when you hear him live. The voice recorded is an insult to him live, bro.
No, I know sometimes it doesn't do it justice. Like real artists that do have the talent.
So I was hearing the band Mudvayne. You've heard Mudvayne, right? Yeah. So a lot of the songs that they had, they were on that actually tour with him. They were the opening tour or the opening act, and a lot of the songs when you hear them, it's all mumbled and it's all that hard. That's all you hear is like he's fucking just grunting like a fucking dog. There's one song he did where he sang and he fucking showcased his voice. Fuck it. Dude, it was fucking angelic. I was like, what the fuck? Dude, why are you wasting it doing all this other shit?
Well, that's a type of music that we don't understand. Like if someone was listening to hip hop or
right.
It's like, is he good?
No,
is
he,
what's the difference?
Yeah, I get it. And there's some of his joints like you like, but when he was like this song he was singing, it was
when he really
it was actually a ballad.
Oh, okay.
He sang, and I was like, holy fuck, this dude could fuck.
And probably all their fans tuned out on that like, shit. Yeah.
They kind of
this is where he sold out.
Yeah,
yeah, and we like that song.
This is where he went. This is where it all went wrong.
Yeah.
No, but I heard his song
when you started understanding what he was saying.
Ooh, boy, I was like, God, dude, this this dude's wasting his voice. It's like, dude, you're wasting that. I was like, Jesus Christ. That motherfucker could sing, boy.
I remember I had a friend that he had a band like that. It was like, and it was a local band. And I would go check him out. It was a long time ago. It was like in Necky Stadium or something.
Okay.
And it was called the Hate Campaign, and he would do that, man. Yeah. And he told me he would, like, one day he came and he was like, he had a bunch of clothes, and he was like, I'm getting rid of all my clothes. I'm going to the basics. And he started like hanging out with these guys, man. And it was a lot of fun. I didn't understand what they were saying, but I mean, they sounded good.
Dude.
The Hate Campaign. Yeah.
It's crazy, man, how and I know a lot of people, like, I know, like, my kid's like one of the worst ones, my son. As much as I love music, I try to put something. He's not a music dude. Like, it's not his thing.
Nah, he's more of a sports.
Yeah. One of the things and that I loved about this whole NPR shit, like, when you hear somebody live or when you hear somebody stripped down, I guess you could say, that's when you could appreciate the actual artist and the artistry. Like, I heard Billie Eilish there. Billie, that bitch is bad.
Oh, yeah, because she's real. She's talented. She's about that. Like, you know, there's a lot of people that don't have talent that make albums, you know, and I mean, they got more talent than I do, but I'm saying if you do
they're commercialized. But when you see them actually,
I mean, the producer has to do a lot of work in order to make.
There got to be a lot of auto-tune.
Yeah, and then this is a song you're gonna sing, but when it comes to live, it's you can't.
Like we talked about last time with J-Lo.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of auto-tune. On it.
Soft on the eyes.
Chlz just texted me back right now. She's like, dude, I'm so sorry. I can't believe my phone overheated. Yeah, it is what it is. See, that's what happens with iPhones. iPhones die on you. That never happened with Android. Just saying.
Not mine.
Just saying. Android's forever. That shit will stop
Apple
a bullet.
for life, baby.
Shit will stop a bullet. But yeah, man, there's a few artists that, like, I'm scared, or not scared, but I'm kind of ashamed that I have to say that I like, and I was like, I could get down with this shit.
Well, I mean, once again, Lauryn Hill. I mean, I love her. I'm just scared to watch her, to go to her concert and be disappointed because she's not that she's not talented. She's talented.
Yeah.
It's just that diva mentality. She just canceled the Fugees reunion. Right? Yeah, like 2 days ago, and they were going to start it like in about 3 days. It's like 3 days before the tour's going to stop.
Just canceled it.
And you know it's not Wyclef or anybody. No. If it's canceled, it's because it's Lauryn Hill.
No, yeah, Wyclef didn't have money.
No, I love Wyclef. He's creative and he's very talented and everything.
Proz
but
is Proz out of jail?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I would figure if he was gonna go on tour, but yeah,
but he got some time though.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I'm saying. He got,
and it hasn't been that long, right? No, okay. I don't know if they're gonna.
He's out for good behavior, just to record, just to
maybe
perform.
An ankle monitor or something. I don't know. Some fucking shackles. I
had a run-in with Proz when I was at the radio. I don't know about. Did I ever tell you the Proz story? So when I was at the radio station here locally, we had they would have concerts during the summer and the winter. The Power Jams and all that. Yeah, so Ghetto Superstar had just come out, and that was his big joint. Yeah. And he was going to headline. So since I was in the promotion department, my job was to go pick up the artist from the airport, take him to the hotel, and then from the hotel, take him to the venue. And, everybody kind of got there the morning of. They could, have time to warm up, go do their mic checks and all that. Proz was on some other shit. He's like, look, concert starts at 7. I'm flying in at 8. I'm going straight to the concert, and I'm flying fucking out. I was all right. So that's.
Do you blame him though? He's coming to El Paso.
No, not at all, not at all. But that was the agreement that he had.
Yeah.
I was all right, cool. So I guess when I went to go pick him up, I guess of course flight gets delayed and whatnot, and so this dude's in a bad mood when I pick him up, and I'm throwing him in the whip to take him down to the arena or to the Cone Stadium. So, we're there, and I'm waiting for him. I was like, dude, this motherfucker ain't here, man. Where the fuck is this motherfucker on Southwest? Like, what the fuck is going on? But no, he flew private. He come down, he, grab all his shit, throw all his shit in. He had one or two, I don't know, it was like his backup singers also with him or whatnot. So we throw all the shit in the whip. We're driving out there, and I was like, hey, bro, you still got about 45 minutes. It's about 20-minute drive. Do you need to get any water? Do you want anything to stop by for any, or do you want to? Dude, this dude was the biggest fucking asshole.
Really?
Oh, dude, he was like, you motherfucker. I was like, motherfucker, first of all.
Really? He started going off on you?
I was like, hey, motherfucker, it was your plane that came in late, bitch, not me. I was here waiting for you for another 45 minutes. I could have just left you, stupid ass.
What was he mad about that? He was
He
late
was just mad because
just mad?
Probably he was mad because he was in El Paso.
Yeah.
Which I don't fucking blame him. That's where his career was.
I have that same effect. Like when I land here, I just get fucking pissed off.
Yeah, dude. So he just, so I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what, some shit happened on the plane. If he had some baby mama drama, the fucking backup singers were giving him the shit, but he was just a fucking asshole, dude.
And he got mad at you because you asked him.
Yeah,
if he wanted to get some,
dude, are you good?
Drink?
Yeah, are you good? Do you need something before we get there? And he's like, just fucking get me there. Who the fuck? You shouldn't be talking to me. I was like, all right.
Really? He was that?
I was like, all right, motherfucker. So I was like, let me put some fucking music. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just put some music on because I'm gonna say some shit.
Yeah.
So I
would have said some shit like Wyclif's the real motherfucker.
Wycliffe made you.
Yeah.
So whatever, I drop him off. I was like, dude, I was to the point where I was just gonna keep the fucking car rolling. I was like, dude, just tuck and roll, bitch.
Yeah.
Just jump out. Best of luck, motherfucker. But I was like, nah, dude.
Old Dirty Bastard made your song anyway.
Yeah. I was like, I love my $5 and $25 an hour fucking job. So I got him there, whatever. And I guess he felt bad. He felt like an asshole because the next day, one of the DJs that was with him was like, hey, dude, what the fuck happened on that plane ride or the drive over here? I was like, why? What happened? Well, what are you talking about? Well, nah, dude, Proz said that he came in and he was apologizing to us. He's like, for what? I guess the way he treated me.
Oh, yeah.
I guess like I said, some shit went down. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I guess, since I was the fucking lackey, I was the one that took, they were taking it out on. I'm 18 years old. I'm fucking starstruck because I was a Fugees fan.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yo.
You were
this dude
Fugees
was
fan.
just beating. I was like, whatever. So I guess his way to make it up, he left a signed Ghetto Superstar poster for me. I was like, what the fuck am I going to do with this shit? I was like, dude, the only thing I'm going to do is look at Maya because I can't do shit with you now. I can't do nothing with this dude.
Man, they would have had Instagram back then. I would wipe my ass with that shit.
Bro,
I was like, yo,
we would have gone live.
Yeah.
Would have been live, bro. Oh, dude, it would have been in recent news. A soon-to-be fired employee of the radio station.
Just beat the fuck out of him.
Just fucking got his ass whooped by Proz.
Well, he tried though.
The little Mexican guy, he gave it his heart. He showed he had heart for the first 3 seconds. After that, his balls over. Yeah, dude. But some of these guys, man, like I get it. You could, you have so many people telling you yes all the fucking time.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
I mean, everybody tells you yes, you're the shit, you're this, you're that. They build you up because you have to have a certain confidence. You know what I'm saying? When you're out there, that I understand. You have to have a certain.
But you ain't gotta be an asshole, man.
But that's where the good ones come through and have that fine line.
And I know people have bad moments, or you can't be. But this is what you chose to do. I mean, and
yeah, you get what you get.
I know.
Yeah, if you're in the limelight, you want people to talk about you.
Yeah, these are how you're keeping your lights on. You know, the fans, and don't be an asshole. Yeah. But I mean, basically, how we always say, just don't be an asshole. That's it.
So when I heard he got locked up, I was like, "Yup." I was like surprised it took this long.
He was an asshole to the wrong people, man. I mean, fuck it.
Nah, he was doing some shit. I think it was he was scam. I think it was fraud.
It was some
fraud,
shit. It was federal charges, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think he's. No, but once again, that tells you how important he is to the Fugees.
I mean, tour without him.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it, we could do it without him. That tells you, bro. I tell you who they can't do it without.
Yeah, Lauren Wycliffe.
And
Lauren was a voice. Lauren was a voice. Wycliffe was the producer.
So if one of them are missing, it's just a Wycliffe show, or it's
Wycliffe and Lauren.
But if they can replace Proz, then it tells you.
Shows to see where you're sitting on the fucking
and I'll still go to that show now that you tell me about it. I ain't going for Proz.
No,
what the fuck?
No, he won't be there.
Yeah, he'll watch it later.
Yeah, it is. That's fucking funny. Lauryn Hill and Wycliffe present the Fugees. And that's it. Nothing else. It's going to be like the hologram of fucking Proz just sitting in the background. Like, yeah.
What are you talking about? Proz ain't here? I'm leaving.
Who's
Ain't nobody going to be leaving, dog.
The worst part, people are probably watching the show. Like, wasn't there a third dude?
Yeah.
There was some other dude I remember. There's some tall cat. I
Yep.
can't remember his name. Was that Michael Blackson? What the fuck was his name?
It was kind of like Destiny's Child. You know what I'm saying? There was always that third one.
There's a fourth Destiny?
Yeah.
It was Kelly.
It was like, but I can't remember. Just get the little sister and fill in. You know?
Solange, whatever her name is. Oh shit! Yep. So that's my story of my fucking 5 minutes of fame where I almost dude, I almost caught a case. But I was like, bro, I love this job. I can't risk losing $5.25 an hour.
But it was the experience.
Yeah, dude, it was awesome. Got to meet some fucking amazing fucking people. Actually, we met when Beyonce first came out.
So you met two assholes, though. You met Busta Rhymes.
Yeah, Busta Rhymes was a fucking prick.
Hey, did you hear about all those rumors about Busta?
He's what? He's gay?
Yeah.
Oh, he loved the dick. Just by the way he was talking to me, boy, his breath smelled like dick when he was talking to me. I was like, yo,
they were talking about that. Like but he's such a fucking asshole. But he's gay and shit.
Most gay guys are.
Nah. I'm trying to think.
If you're gonna take it in the ass, you gotta be a little bit of asshole sometimes.
At least smell like asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, just
there was all kinds of rumors coming. They're bashing him. I mean,
they're bashing everybody though, dude.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting. Supposedly the rumor, which I would have liked to ask Chlz, about the Illuminati meetings. The rumors are like fucking 70% of the male, I guess, artists have a little bit in them. They have to go a certain way, singing to certain microphones, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I was watching on the TikTok.
Oh, dude,
so it's gotta be real, right?
100%.
They were talking about like, that app Grinder.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a gay app, right?
Okay.
It says when the RNC was in town, like that, there was a bunch of profiles that got activated, and they were like in that area there, and those guys are against,
Yeah. They're against the lifestyle.
Yeah, but they're getting down with each other.
What happens in the show?
I don't know how true that is, but
it's on TikTok. It's got to be real.
It's got to be real, right?
Right, TikTok? That's gonna be. I'm gonna cut that for the TikTok. Just put it fucking blast that on there. Dude, there's so much with so much technology that we have and the way it's going, bro. There's so much shit that anybody could just mention something and that's fucking viral. I mean, look at that.
It doesn't even have to be true.
Look at the girl that fucking just said that she spits on a dick. She goes, hack 2 and throw it on that thing.
Yeah, she was with Bill Maher.
Money.
Like, dude, what are you going to talk to this little girl about? She was like, how old is she? She's young as fuck, right?
I think early 20s, probably.
Yeah. What do you... Other than that, I mean, what else? It's
fucking Dora the Explorer. I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know, dude. Fucking blues, buoys, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I mean, not only that, you're gonna be on Bill Maher. Bill Maher is a fucking political comedian. What the fuck are you gonna ask this lady about? I need to watch that shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch that.
That she's gonna give you some kind of fucking insight to shit.
He's fucking hilarious. He stays high the whole time.
Like, oh my god, dude! I don't get it. I don't get it, dude. But you know who's really fucking wild, bro? Do you see Russell Brand? Do you ever see Russell Brand on there? Bro, if you want to talk about conspiracy theories,
that's
Mr. What's his name? Fucking Evan Snow, or what the fuck was the name for the movie? Oh yeah, Russell Brand, the comedian.
He's out there, bro.
That boy.
Hey, but he's on it.
He's right a little bit more than he is wrong, though.
And these
motherfuckers are wild.
Yeah, I watched some of his shit, man. He's out there, but
these guys are wild. I mean, God bless them. Some of the shit these people do, boy. You gotta stay in the limelight. Gotta make that fucking phone ring, boy. Get that money. I can't hate on the hustle. Can't hate on the hustle. Just could hate on pros.
Fuck him.
And with that, tune in next time. We're gonna see if we can finish up our interview with Chlz, because we're gonna leave that piece on there because that's the way it works, right? That way you guys get to see everything we work with, and you get a little bit of behind the scenes of what goes down. And next time we'll have somebody hopefully in studio. That way we could avoid having iPhones overheat because iPhones are trash. Keep me as a red bubble or green bubble or whatever the fuck it is. Is that what it is?
What is it?
When you're texting, we come up with a different color.
Oh yeah, you're green.
Yeah, you see, y'all are racist. Y'all going color. You're based
No,
on colors.
we're blue. We're Crips, son.
Y'all going based on colors.
It's always blue. It's always blue.
It's always blue. So yeah, so follow us on the Instagram at the Buzzed Podcast with 3 Z's, BUZZZED on Instagram, TikTok, same handle. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell notification. That way, next time we come out and we drop something, it comes directly to you. You find out. Be some of the ones on there. Spread the word. Spread the love.
And check her video out.
Yeah, check the videos out. Check out Chlz, CHLZ on YouTube, Instagram, Spotify, all that good shit. We want to do a few more episodes on iTunes. Is it iTunes? No, it's not iTunes no more. It's Apple Music.
Apple Music.
Yeah. We're going to do a few more of these on YouTube before we start putting them out on Spotify. I just want to make sure we have a little bit more of a library before we just put out 2 episodes. But help spread the word. We got none but love for you. Till next time, don't be an asshole. Don't be a dick. Douche.